Today I fucked up by letting a girl squirt. So last week I had a date with a girl, it was our third date, and it has been going okay. She's cute and kinda quirky. But the date is winding down and our libidos are winding up. I ignored the first red flag, she was telling me how excited she was and how wet she was. Her pants were soaked, way too soaked. And she tells me she squirts sometimes. And I blew through this red flag because I was horny and I thought maybe just maybe squirt is not piss, spoiler alert, it's piss. We get to my car and start making out and this woman pulls her pants down and starts playing with herself. This was all super hot in the moment. And would still be a sexy memory if she didn't proceed to squirt, piss, all over my car's poor seats. Anyway, my car smells like piss and I am looking for ways to clean it and neutralize the smell. TLDR. Squirt is definitely sometimes piss. Women do not have a secret reservoir of squirt, what they do have is a bladder full of piss. Edit. It has come to my attention that there is a distinction between squirting, which is primarily piss, and honest-to-God female ejaculation produced by something called the skein gland. I didn't make this post to yuck anyone's yum, I'm just mad because my car smells like piss. Edit 2. Sorry I spoke in generalities and absolutes. But this girl peed and I'm not happy about it. I've learned there is such a thing as female ejaculation. I've also learned some women may mistake that with peeing. In any case, I'll be treating squirters with caution and preparation in the future. Edit 3. The volume of liquid far surpassed the estimated typical female ejaculation of 150 ml. And I see we have all Googled squirting and found the same article. It did not smell immediately of urine, could have been the concentration or the alcohol in my own system. But in any case, the woman expelled a large amount of liquid and the next day my car smelled of piss. I believe that vaginal external ejaculation may exist and would love to experience that firsthand. At the same time, I know this woman pissed. This post was cathartic and it is a funny story. Once the smell is gone from my car, I'll be able to tell it without feeling a little anger. And this is TIFU. I realize I should have acted sooner to stop this from happening, which is why I'm posting here and not in some woman hater subreddit. Thank you for all your advice, I hope we all learn something. And don't shame anyone for their bodies, functions, or kinks, but if you're a squirter, put a tarp down or something, and maybe realize you might be peeing. Edit 4. The Skene's glands may or may not be the source of female ejaculation. Female ejaculation may or not exist. Nothing is certain in life except that my car smells like piss. Once again, I appreciate the expertise and the expertise of you all. Do what they do in the animal kingdom, piss on the spot she pissed on. Be a man. The it's pee versus not pee argument in the comments was a solid way to waste the last 30 minutes of my workday. You're in a lot of trouble, mister. It may be too late, but as a parent and dog owner I've cleaned up my share of piss. Do not use any chemicals or soaps yet. Go down to a pet shop and get Nature's Miracle or a similar enzyme-based urine remove. Spray every inch of the upholstery where she pissed. Like soak it. And then do not touch it for an hour. Let the enzymes do their work. After that, give it a good rinse with plain old water and then use whatever upholstery cleaner you like with a shampooer. If you've already used chemicals, rinse them out and let it dry well. Then use the enzyme. What you don't want to do is let the chemicals kill off the enzymes, or you're just wasting time and money. You can beat this problem as hard as she beat her bean. You got this. If you can find kitty scram, it should help. Any of the sprays that encapsulates the urine should work. Meet up in her car and let her give you an HJ, look her directly in the eye and start pissing. Today I fucked up the past 3 days. Throwaway account. Monday. Got drunk during dinner. Looked at my imaginary watch. It was 6 o'clock. Gave my fiancée the meet me in the bedroom look. She narrowed her eyes and said, make it quick. As soon as drunk me got into position to perform oral sex, I opted for nonsensical entertainment instead of providing pleasure to my fiancée. I used her vaginal lips as a ventriloquist dummy and conducted an AMA with her vagina about all the penises that have come and gone over the years. I asked the questions in my best Christopher Walken voice and answered them in my worst Mrs. Doubtfire voice. Without any warning whatsoever, my fiancée literally projectile peed in my face. My eyes could not stop burning. My fiancée put the blame on me for making her laugh and lose control of her bladder. Tuesday. Visited my friend at his house. Friend was babysitting his 10-year-old cousin. Cousin was playing Mortal Kombat on my friend's gaming console. I decided to roll up my sleeves and join the game after watching the cousin beat my friend several times. Cousin kicked my ass in round 1, but I managed to slaughter him in round 2 and 3. Refusing to accept defeat, the cousin challenged me to another match, which I accepted. This time I splattered the 10-year-old's guts in all 3 rounds. The cousin got annoyed and said that his older brother would have destroyed me in Mortal Kombat if he was there. Knowing nothing about the cousin's older brother, I said, "The next time you see your brother, tell him that I would kill him just like I killed you." At that moment my friend frantically interrupted my banter with the cousin to tell me that the cousin's older brother recently passed away and what I said was super insensitive. I repeatedly apologized to the cousin and made it clear that I completely agreed with him. His brother would have annihilated me in Mortal Kombat. The damage was done though. The cousin stopped speaking to me after that and my friend practically kicked me out of the house because my presence became a source of tension. Wednesday, today. At work this morning. Had to ask the IT guy to check out my computer because my emails were no longer allowing me to attach files for some reason. Left the IT guy alone at my desk for less than 10 minutes. By the time I got back my email attachments were working again. I thanked the IT guy for once again coming to my rescue, which prompted him to close the distance between us and ask me about one of my recent Google searches. I froze. Somehow it came to the IT guy's attention that I asked Google if pee to the eye can cause damage. It guy wanted to know how I got pee in my eyes. I guess I took too long to formulate an answer because the IT guy responded on my behalf by saying, "It was a sex thing, wasn't it?" Oddly enough, he seemed impressed. I awkwardly shrugged my shoulders and said I had email attachments to send. IT guy got the message and let me get back to my work. It's been several hours since that conversation and it's safe to assume that everyone in the office thinks I have a piss fetish. The biggest clue being the note stuck to the door of the men's room that said, "If it's brown, flush it down. But if it's yellow, let it mellow, for our special fellow. You know who you are, you kinky bastard." I've yet to tell my fiancée about this. She's friends with some of my coworkers and based on how my week is going, I'm guessing she's gonna be upset at me for not only being dumb enough to Google inappropriate shit on my work computer, but also for allowing people to make embarrassing assumptions about me, us. TLR made my fiancée laugh during oral sex to the point of peeing in my face and burning my eyes. Threatened to kill a 10-year-old kid's older brother in a game of Mortal Kombat before finding out the kid's brother was already dead. Googled the pee incident involving my fiancée on my work computer, which resulted in the IT guy finding out and subsequently the entire office. That's went from, "Not your foo," to, "What the F is wrong with you," to, "Dude, you need to go to HR. Your IT guy is an asshole." To the people, rightly, bashing on the IT guy. Maybe he is just hopeful he can get in on the action. Wow. I as an IT guy absolutely love my office gossip. But that's a line I won't cross. People and their kinks are out of the question of me saying to anyone unless it's like expressly illegal. Granted, I'm still telling everyone who'll listen our HR department are the ones stealing people's good food in the fridge. How were you supposed to know your friend's older cousin had passed away? You didn't fuck up there. NGL your week made me feel better about my week. GL with your office situation. Today I fucked up by having my mom research a mysterious reoccurring charge on my debit card. So this actually happened a few years ago while I was a sophomore in college. At the ripe age of 19 I was living with 7 friends in a house just off of campus. This house was raging with testosterone, drugs, and beer. The air was thick with college-age male debauchery. One day I had the bright idea to sign up for a Brazzers free 2-day trial and enjoy 4K porn for 48 hours because why not? A few months go by and I keep getting billed $30 a month from a random company and I could not for the life of me figure out where the charge was coming from. Being a broke college student, this was a lot of money to be losing at the time. And because I was a useless, 19-year-old functioning on Coors Light and Adderall, I decided to call my mom to help me figure out where the charge was coming from. My mom, being wonderfully skilled at solving fraudulent charges, calls me back in about 30 minutes and starts laughing hysterically asking if the company, Brazzers, rings a bell. I turned bright red and immediately started laughing, explaining I forgot to cancel my free trial. My mom's an amazing person and has always preached openness, so she just called me an idiot for paying for porn when it's already free on the internet. I figured I had the account for another month since I already paid for it, so I posted the password and username on the fridge for my 7 roommates to enjoy. We masturbated like kings that month, separately of course. Too long did not read. Delete your free trials or risk your mom finding out you paid for porn. But did you share the account info with mom for helping out? I don't know who needs to see this, but use privacy.com, it's free. You can make burner cards just for stuff like this. I once needed a PDF editor and I could do it online, but all of them had a free week trial, then $19 a month after. I suck at remembering to CSCNLE things. Just make a burner card, use it, and then when they try to bill again it's declined because it's no good anymore anyway. Separately of course. Best mom ever. Had a cousin of mine when he was 13 move in with us after his dad passed away. He was given a pretty decent amount in Social Security. He signed up for 4 different free trials and never cancelled. He was being charged a little over $200 a month. And didn't tell anyone for like 5 months. All of a sudden all of his money from when his dad died was pretty much gone and spent all on porn. Roughly $1,100 spent on porn. Those 7 guys enjoyed your mom's help also. Today I fucked up. By thinking it was 6 p.m. Just woke up after staying up extremely late and noticed it was 6 on my phone. And I have a meeting with my probation officer at 5 and started calling and texting him saying I'm so sorry. I hopped out of bed and grabbed some random clothes and threw on the shower while sitting down messaging him like 10 times thinking how I'm probably going to jail for obstruction and he probably thinks I just ditched him. Then after about a couple minutes of sitting in the toilet I had an epiphany and asked Siri what time it was. That's when I realized it was 6 a.m. So now I'm apologizing profusely, laying back down to try to go back to bed. Wow, I can't believe I just did that. Now I feel like an idiot. Too long did not read. Woke up at 6 a.m., freaking out because I thought I missed my probation. Well, at the least you made an effort to try and get to your probation meeting when you thought you were late. I woke up really disoriented from a nap a few months ago, saw the time was nearly 8, and panicked, yelling at my kids for oversleeping and they needed to get ready for school right now so they wouldn't be late. They all looked at me like I was insane and said, "Mom, we already went to school today. It's night. Time to use military time, like the rest of the world LMAO." 1. Looked at post 2. Read comments 3. Realize I use military time all the freaking time for work. 4. Stopped being lazy and changed to military time. Good news. Now your probation officer only thinks you're stoned. Plot twist. It's 6 a.m. the day after your probation.